everybody, welcome to Wild Boy Movies, the place to talk movies, and we are getting closer and closer to yet another installment of the Scream franchise with Scream 7. But specifically, the main thing that we will be talking about with Scream 7 is that we will be talking about when we could be seeing the first trailer for the movie. And with a recent promo tie-in commercial and a scoop from a reliable scooper, we might be knowing when we could be seeing this first trailer. But be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below when you think we'll be getting the Scream 7 trailer. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so before even getting into this talk regarding the trailer for Scream 7 and when it could come out, I do want to be let known that the opening scene, the description of it, has leaked online. Now, me personally, I've not read it. So if you're one of the few people still excited for Scream 7, beware on the internet and avoid this opening scene description at all costs. In fact, here on the Wild Boy Movies YouTube channel, I will be following in the same footsteps of 3C Films and Killjoy Jake, where I will not be discussing any spoilers for Scream 7 before the movie's release. I will only talk about spoilers whenever the movie comes out and I do an ending explain for that movie. So please keep the comment section free from any Scream 7 spoilers and leaks. I will only be talking about stuff officially revealed by the studio. But alright, with all that out of the way, let's get right into this trailer news. So, this was revealed by scooper Daniel Richmond, aka Daniel RPK, where he went ahead and revealed that the trailer for the movie is set to be released this September, this month. Now, I'm going to be taking Daniel RPK to his word because I do think that he is a reliable scooper. In fact, back in the days when Venom Let There Be Carnage was coming out in 2021, he knew when those trailers would be coming out, and he let the public know, and those dates ended up being correct for those trailers. So I tend to believe Daniel RPK in terms of when he's saying that the trailer will be coming out, saying that it will be out in September, aka this month. Now, unlike Let There Be Carnage back in 2021, he did not give a specific day on when the trailer will be coming out. But for me, I'm going ahead and speculate that the trailer will be out with the releases of either him or The Strangers Chapter 2. Now, both movies are releasing in September towards the end of the month, and they're both horror movies, which I think would be a good way to put the trailer for Scream 7 in front of a horror movie. But some of you might say, what about The Conjuring Last Rites that comes out this weekend? I honestly think that if we were to get the trailer in front of The Conjuring, we probably would have either had the trailer out online right now or a day when we would get the trailer from Paramount themselves. And plus, tomorrow, we are getting the first trailer for 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, which we did get some first look images of this morning. And I don't think it's a good idea for Paramount to put a trailer out for Scream 7 around the same time that we get a trailer for another horror movie, The Bone Temple. And after this movie faced so much controversy with the firing of one actor, Paramount really needs the general audience who probably don't know of all this controversy with the Scream 7 movie to be aware of the film so that they would go out to theaters and support this movie and end up making this movie a success, because this movie, it would be a miracle for this movie to be a success after everything that's gone down with the behind the scenes of the movie. But that's just my prediction on when we could get this trailer. My guess is towards the end of the month, either with him or The Strangers Chapter 2. But we might get that a bit earlier than I predicted, because we recently got a little ad from Reese's over in the UK.
Do you like scary movies?
Reese's knows the one rule to survive them. Never split out peanut butter and chocolate. This Halloween, scream for Reese's. Watch Scream 7 in cinemas, February 2026.
Now, at first I thought this was just some random Reese's and Scream franchise collaboration, the same way we got the Fanta and horror collaboration, which, hey, I did try the Chucky Punch Fanta, and not gonna lie, it was pretty good, but the carbonation of it, with it being a soda, did hold it back for me. But we did get to see the logo for Scream 7, which this one right here, which was in the commercial, matches the logo that we got on the production clapper that director Kevin Williamson went ahead and posted. And if the UK Reese's is already starting their promotions with Screen 7 with this tie-in, that could mean that we are eminently awaiting the release of that trailer. And I think that with this, we could probably see it within the next week, maybe even to pair up with the new horror movie, The Long Walk. Now, yes, YouTuber 3C Films did go ahead and make a video detailing some things on what we could expect in this trailer from a source he knows, but even though it's something that the studio is going to put in the trailer and will show the audiences, as per the policy I stated at the beginning of this video, I'm not going to be talking about those trailer details. I will talk about what's in the trailer whenever we get the trailer online and I give you my overall thoughts on that trailer and speculate what could go down in the film. But honestly, whenever we get this trailer, I just hope it does enough to convince me to actually go out to the theater and check this movie out, because I still have such a sour taste in my mouth from what they did with Melissa Barrera and firing her, and that alone severely hurt my overall excitement for Scream 7, which really sucks because Scream is my favorite horror franchise out of all of them. In fact, if you go ahead and take a look at my letterbox with my horror movie ranking list of all the horror movies that I've reviewed on the channel, it's at number 1 on my ranking list. Not to mention, last year during my very first convention, I got to meet one of the Ghostface actors in person. And Scream was the main reason why I wanted to go ahead and watch Anora in the first place, because it had Mikey Madison, who was one of the Ghostfaces in Scream 5. But I can't lie to say that I still have some excitement for this movie. Like, I'm still happy to see that Neve Campbell will be in this movie as Sidney Prescott. The original writer of the series, Kevin Williamson, will be directing, and we even got Matthew Willard returning as Stu Marker. And Matthew Willard is on this horror renaissance with being William Afton in the FNAF movies, but I can't lie and say that I probably wouldn't have gone to see this movie in theaters anymore because of what happened with Melissa Barrera and Spyglass firing her. But really, that trailer coming up, that will be the determining factor whether or not I decide to go see this movie opening weekend in theaters or wait for it to arrive on VOD or streaming. Because I can't lie, when Daniel RBK went ahead and said that the trailer would be coming out this month, my excitement for the movie did rise a little bit. So really, at this point, it's just a waiting game on when we'll get to see this first trailer. But one thing that we all can agree on, that Marvel Zombies trailer was actually pretty awesome, and especially seeing Spider-Man continuing to be the biggest horror-forming superhero. But going back on topic, I want to hear from you guys. When do you think in the month of September you think we could get to see the first trailer for Scream 7? And again, please refrain from posting any spoilers for Scream 7 in the comments section, because I don't want the movie spoiled for myself or anyone else. Either way, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video, and have a great day.